Hey, welcome to the Hidden City Book Company. Your curiosity found us.
What?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yep, that's how we're starting the channel.
The first couple of people that didn't know who we were just immediately clicked away.
I'm pretty sure they blocked us. Well, guys, I'm Matt.
And I'm Sam.
That's right. We're the... Okay, let's see. What order are we doing this? We're co-owners of the Hidden City Book Company.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also co-hosts of the Lost Legacies podcast.
Uh-huh. Going good. Going good.
So this is our YouTube page. And if you couldn't tell by now... Oh, I'm sorry. Channel. The YouTube channel.
Oh, yes. Thank you for that.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell by now, we're new to this whole YouTube thing, which is also why we don't have cameras here, because the cameras we do have on our laptops suck.
Yeah, not that great.
So maybe one day, but not right now. Especially because right now we're pretty much just podcasts, so we don't really need the visual element.
Yeah.
At some point, that'll probably change, but who knows? But I guess we should mention what exactly is a Hidden City Book Company. Sam, do you know?
Vaguely?
Man, well, this was a while back. What, 6-7 years ago? We started a Hidden City Book Company. We were a small pop-up shop, just going to local events, things like that. Very, very little trying to sell online. And the whole goal is to eventually open up a brick and mortar bookshop. Sam and I have been working in bookstores for several years, and I don't know, just we thought we can do it, and it was a real like splash of water in the face, just realizing how little money there is to make off of books, especially used books.
Yeah.
I know that's the cool thing, you know, I love used books as well, but you have to understand, if you're buying used books, no one's really getting paid for it, you know, which is why our super cool half-price books nearby just shut down.
I know.
But I mean, at the same time, Half Price, it's a company. It's, you know, it's a corporation, so they probably wouldn't pay their employees properly anyway. But anyway, that's not what we're here to discuss. The point is, we used to be a bookshop. Now we make podcasts because we figured, what does this world need more of, Sam? I'm like, two dudes with a podcast.
Two dudes who have opinions and hot takes that you're gonna sit down for about 45 minutes to an hour to talk about, to hear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we have two podcasts. Our main one is Lost Legacies podcast, which started off as, and is now very recently continuing as, a Lost podcast, Lost the Show. During COVID, we started the show because Sam had never seen it. I watched Lost when it first aired, so it'd been easily, at that point, 15, 16 years since it had aired. Yeah, so we started watching Lost, and then because of other things, we've also got into some other shows. The writers and actors strike last year really kind of threw a wrench in things, so we couldn't do the podcast. So anyway, here we are now, almost 4 years into the podcast, and we're just now getting to the last 2 seasons of Lost.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a journey, but that's what we're doing here now. We also have our second podcast, The Adventures of Cinnamon and Oatmeal, which is Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast type story adventure thing. It's kind of hard to...
Well done.
It's kind of hard to explain, you know? But that's on hiatus and has been for a while, but we are working on more. But the whole point of doing this YouTube page is, I mean, everyone's on YouTube. And in fact, so many people are on YouTube, a lot of the OG YouTubers are leaving. For multitudes of reasons. And I get that. But I think we're just kind of looking for another way to get our brand out there. We're going to try and do more social media stuff. Myself personally, I've been watching a lot more content creators doing like the reaction content creators, just people watching and reacting to things they've never seen before. So that's pretty cool. So that's not exactly what we do, because we've talked about this on the podcast. I don't know if we really give good reactions. I'm very much the person, like, if you're talking, I'm like, shut up, I can't hear you. You know? So we just talk about the episodes after we watch it. But so in the future, I don't know, the kind of plan is to eventually do some kind of video format on the pod, right here on YouTube, whether that's a full series or just a few special occasions. That's yet to be determined, because we don't know what we're doing from the visual side of things. But we're also, at least I'm starting to get into, like, not so much like streaming and gaming, but what is it called? Like I don't know what it's called, but like I just record myself playing the games and kind of talking and stuff like that. So I'm just learning how to do all that stuff and using like OBS, I think that's what it's called, all that stuff. So that's kind of the goal. And eventually Sam and I want to do a video game series where we both play brothers in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yep.
That's the goal. We need to get $500 to get Sam a PS5.
Yep.
So that's our goal. So I figure, well, let's start the YouTube page now, and let's just start doing whatever we're currently doing now, throwing that online. So welcome to the channel. If this is live right now, there should be at least one more episode live as well. There's no way I'm going back and uploading all of like 150 plus episodes we've done to YouTube. You're just gonna have to, I don't know if it's that much, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to go find that where you can find podcasts. You know, it's just gonna take too long. So
will you eventually do it, or
No.
is it just okay?
No, drawing the line is it, like, if we are able to do this full time, and I can get paid for this, then I will take the time to upload every single episode. But like, that's
Gotcha.
yeah, it's just, that's a lot of time and energy when I would rather spend that making new stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So as of right now, our channel, we're starting with it's like Lost season 5 episode 4. So if you want to hear us talk about all the original stuff, you gotta listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and like I said, we've done Lost, we did Dark, or we're still in Lost right now. Arcane is popping off because the second and final season is coming up in a few months, and they just released a trailer. And we did the first season of Arcane, and it did okay. But now, like a year later, man, like our numbers are skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Even though it's only, it was like 9 episodes that season.
Yeah.
Out of 100 and almost 150 episodes, those 9 Arcane episodes are like blowing the rest of the show out of the water. So I hope it's because they're good. So go find out and leave us a comment. Also, of course, any spoilers, you'll automatically be deleted and blocked. And, you know, we're all adults here. We know how it works. So,
and for the few of you that aren't adults, we try to be as friendly, as inclusive as possible. But yeah, also we do have a zero tolerance policy on any sort of bigotry or hate speech or any sort of thing that you know, if you're coming in here to argue, you know, like political ideologies or something with us, we're not that kind of podcast. We're just gonna block you. Go do that somewhere else.
Yeah, we don't care, guys. We don't care.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that being said, go check out the rest of our videos and or the podcast. And thanks for swinging by. Until next time, get lost.